So when you talk about potential matchups um, for the welterweight division, um, this fight comes to mind. I think I saw somebody talk about it on Twitter, but Leon Edwards versus Michael Venom Page. Um, I don't know if it's going to happen because Mike lost to Ian Gary, so that kind of puts him a little bit low on the list. And Leon Edwards just recently lost to the current welterweight champion, so Leon's still pretty up there, but I guess it could happen. And it would be fun. It would be fun. Michael Venom Page, I think, is a really entertaining striker. And before he even moved into the UFC, I was excited to see what he would do. And then his fight against Kevin Holland was nothing short of spectacular. The way he was able to land almost anything he wanted and basically just toyed with Kevin Holland throughout the entire fight. The only thing that I could say positive about Kevin Holland in that fight was his chin. It held up throughout every fucking minute of it. So, props to him for that. But Michael Venom Page did look like the real deal after that fight. When he came to the UFC after his fight against Kevin Holland, he looked like the real deal. I even went so far as to refer to him as the English Anderson Silva, because the way he looked was very Anderson Silva-ish. It really was. It really was. But he got contained by Ian Gary. Ian Gary was able to kind of just pretty much outclass Michael Venom Page. He didn't dominate Michael or necessarily embarrass Michael, but he contained him, and that's what I said. That's Ian Gary's specialty. He contains fighters. I said this, and I said it recently, and that's just my analysis of Ian Gary. And he was able to contain Michael. I don't think many fighters would be able to, but props to Ian Gary for doing so. So, this fight was talked about, and I just want to talk about it for fucking fun. I don't think it will be made, but it would be an interesting fight, at least from Michael Venom Page's standpoint. Looking at a guy like Leon Edwards and where he's been, Leon, I think, is a good fighter. He's a great fighter. He's a great fighter. He should be happy he was able to touch UFC gold. I don't think he'll be able to get that UFC gold back ever. But he had his moment. He had a very, I would say, lucky shot attempt at Kamaru Usman that put Kamaru Usman out. And just like that, he became a star. He was able to hold on to that belt for quite a while, beating Colby Covington. Even though Colby basically didn't show up, he did beat Colby. And then, thank God, Bilal Muhammad was able to dominate him. So I was very happy about that. I'm not a big Bilal Muhammad fan, but I still would consider myself more of a Bilal Muhammad fan than a Leon Edwards fan. I am a very, very heavy Kamaru Usman fan. And seeing Leon do that to Kamaru was very painful for me. So I wish nothing but sadness for Leon Edwards' career. And although I would like Leon to go far down in the rankings and fight some or guys in the lower parts of the welterweight rankings, I have to be fucking honest and say that Leon isn't down there yet. Come on, he just lost to the champ. So Leon, I think, would at least deserve like a comeback fight, a fight against a welterweight fighter pretty high up in the rankings that could potentially earn Leon another title shot. I think that's what Leon deserves because he just recently lost to the champ. You know what? He didn't lose to a can. He didn't lose to a middle rankings guy. He didn't even lose to an upper rankings guy. He lost to the current champ. So I think Leon deserves a shot. As much as I dislike him for knocking out Kamaru, you got to respect fighters when respect is due, and that respect is due. But you know, I'm talking about everything but the fucking potential fight between Leon and Michael Venom Page. It would be a good fight, like I said. I think Michael would make it entertaining. But seeing Leon and what he does, I think Leon will go to grappling. That's what I really think. You know, I think Michael Venom Page will outclass Leon for maybe the first minute of their fight until Leon is able to initiate clinch work and go for trips in the clinch and, you know, kind of just secure a lot of ground game minutes. Maybe attempt a submission, but most likely to secure a bunch of ground game minutes and a couple of shots on the feet that will give him a decision win. So if that fight were to happen, I would choose Leon to win it via decision, because while I feel like that fight will be entertaining, it won't be entertaining for long. It'll be entertaining for like a fucking minute to 2 minutes. Then Leon decides to do the grappling shit and, like I said, initiate clinch work, get tied up after an exchange, try to hold MVP against the cage, go for trips, you know, after that, try to take the back, maybe try a submission, maybe MVP defends it, maybe MVP doesn't, maybe Leon gets the submission and wins via submission, but I think a decision win is more likely. But I think this video is also, in a way, just like a checkup on where I stand with Leon Edwards and where, you know, what he should be doing next. Because nobody's mentioned him after he lost to Belal. I think Leon, like I said, that's why I feel like Leon should be grateful. He got to touch UFC gold. He had his little moment, but now I feel like the UFC has forgotten about him, and MMA fans and the UFC fans have forgotten about him. You know, Shavkat's the new craze. Shavkat versus Belal is the new fight. Ian Gary's making waves. You know, Kamaru Usman's still hanging in there. He's making waves. Who else? JDM is making waves as well. We got different guys who are coming in now, and Leon Edwards seems to be fucking falling farther and farther out of a conversation or a general MMA and UFC conversation. So I think Leon, it's up to Leon to do something about it. You know, either taking to Instagram, Twitter, whatever platform, and calling somebody out, or, you know, posting more training camp footage or something, because he, like, right now, he's pulling a Jan Blachowicz. That's what I like to call it. He's pulling a Jan Blachowicz, where he's just sitting on his ass and sulking. That's really it, you know? But at the end of the day, I think Leon versus Michael Venom Page, while it won't happen, I do have thoughts about it, and I just relayed them. So you let me know what you think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. But most importantly, subscribe. And I'll see y'all in the next.